Today, I'm going to show you how to render this SketchUp model from this to this. And this is the D5 render file. As you can see, it's almost identical with the final rendering. This is the preview in D5, and this is the final rendering. Before we redo this rendering, I'm going to show you the light settings for this scene. As you can see here, this is all the light we need. We have two rectangular lights here and here, and then some strip lights. Alright, let's start D5. I click here, and we just wait. Let's click New Project. We're in New Scene. And let's rotate the sun. Update the scene. Go out and see what's going on. As you can see, this is the default D5 setting for our model. You have this terrain and this blue sky. But we want to have a pure environment. When I say pure, I don't want this green terrain and blue sky. So let's delete the terrain. Right click, delete. Go back to our scene. Now go to Effects, turn off the auto exposure, and let's lower the exposure to something like this. It's very dark. Update. The reason we are doing this is when we are setting up the lights, we don't want any other distraction. Now we need to use a HDR. Those are the default HDR from D5 render, but I'm going to use a custom HDR, Pure Studio 6. You can find this on my Patreon. Update. Let's create a rectangular light. Just put it outside our window. Rotate it. Rotate 90 degrees. Put it on the center of the window. Press V and then scale it. We want to make the rectangular light a little bigger than our window. Something like this. Press V again, and then we can move this light. Let's go back to the scene. As you can see, this sphere, that's the maximum range of the rectangular light. Now we want to change the radius, maximize the radius to this. Can you see the difference? This is the default setting, and this is the maximize. The light is passing from the window all the way to here. We can have a look. You see, the sphere is really big now. It can reach all the way to here. Also, let's turn off the visibility in reflection. Now we want to copy this. Press Shift and drag. Let's scale this light. change the intensity to 15. Let's have a look. Without this light and with this light. The next step, we want to add some strip light in the cabinet. Let's put it here. Turn off the visibility in reflection and change intensity to like 1000. And also change the temperature to a warm temperature. Let's change the size. No need to be exact. Let's change to 3000. And then copy them. Another one. And the last one. Select all the strip lights and group. So we can set a property together. We will do the same for this cabinet. (1000) intensity. Turn off the visibility in reflection. Change to 3000 maybe. Move it to place. Resize it. Let's copy this line. One here. And another one here. And one more. Group all those lights. Control G. Right now we see this strip light is already casting light to all the way here. So let's reduce the radius. Yeah. This is what we want. Now let's let the sunlight in. Before we do that, we need to go to there's a background image here. It will block the sunlight. Select this background image and click invisible in ray tracing, which means the sunlight can pass through this background image to Go to environment, sun, turn on sun, custom direction, change to 20, and then rotate the sun. We want the sunlight to cast on the wall. As we can see right now, the shadow edge is quite crispy, but we don't want that, so let's change the sun radius to 10. Now the edge of the shadow is blurry, and update the scene. That's all the lights we need. Now go to Effect. Let's change the exposure. Also change the highlights. This will suppress the highlight. And this one will. And change the shadow exposure. The contrast is really important. Let's lower the contrast. As you can see, it's like there's a mix or a fog, but we want to increase it so the mix disappear. Let's use 0.2 and update. Now change the white balance to warm color. Change the tint. Saturation, let's change to 0.1. A little too much. 0.5. Update the scene. Also, we need to apply a lot. A lot is like a filter. Those are the default LUTs, but I want to use a custom one. 19. And you can find this on my Patreon. Let's change the intensity of the LUT to 0.2. Update. Also, we want to change the background image and make it emissive. Change the color temperature. Change intensity to 5. Maybe 50. Okay. Update. It's time to set the material. Select the ceiling and the wall. The ceiling and the wall have the same material. Just change the roughness to 1. Change the roughness of the carpet to 1. Let's have a look. Right now the carpet is quite flat. Go to normal map. Let's select the fabric, the first one. Maximize the normal map intensity. Can you see the difference? 0, 1. But we don't want to go too much, just half. Now change the roughness of this cushion to 1. Do the same for this. Change this painting roughness to 1. Let's also change the wood. Add a normal map. Go to wood. Change to 1. As we can see, it's too much right now, and it's also too big. So we will just change the size. Individual UV. Increase to 2. The bigger this number, the smaller the texture. Okay. Also, let's change the intensity to 0.5. We can also do the same for this wood, but right now I think it's quite okay. Just leave it as it is. The floor is a little too light. Let's make it darker. D5. The teapot. We want to make it metallic. Change to 1 and roughness to 0. It's a little too dark. Let's change the whiteness. Also press I to select this material and apply it to the pot and the cups. This straw light, let's change it to cloth. Also this one, cloth. Or maybe we can use this material and apply it to this one. Set the camera, click here, and change to 2-point perspective. Aspect ratio to 16:9. And let's update and exit the camera. Right now the strip light is a little too strong. Let's decrease the intensity to 500. Let's change the exposure. Okay, change the exposure. Update the scene. We will export the image and have a look. Okay, this is the final rendering. Let's do a self-check. This light may be a little too strong, and we don't want this blue color. Select this and change its color to gray. Change the radius of the light. Let's export again. Okay, this is our final rendering. We forget one thing. There will be a strip light here in the ceiling. Let's do it now. Strip light. Put it here. Let's change the size of the strip light. Change the color temperature to 3000. 2500. I want to also change the exposure. Update the scene and export. This is the final rendering. And this is all for the tutorial. If you find this helpful, you can support me on Patreon. I'll see you next time.